Oh, we live, live. My, my fault. Over here eating snacks and shit. Yeah, we live. It's the Best Swoop Show, man. We are here. We are live and direct. We not bullshitting. We here for today.
It's been like what 4 weeks? I just looked on YouTube. It's been like 4 weeks, bro. We've been procrastinating. Then
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's partly on me because I needed some time away from like everything, bro. I was boom, 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 getting shit moving and shaking,
nah,
and things,
shit. You gotta
and
get
then
your mind right first.
get my mind right. Um, had to handle some stuff as well. So everything. My mind is back. Spirit is back. Feel me? Everything we doing financially well. We doing physically well. I'm down officially 50 pounds, bro. Shit crazy.
Congratulations. You know that's always a big improvement. Health is wealth.
Absolutely. A lot of water. A lot of juicy juice. People make fun of me for drinking juicy juice, but I don't drink
Juicy
anything
juice.
like
What's that?
100% juice. Juicy juice that you should drink in school and shit, like
What?
kindergarten. A lot of, well,
Like
not a lot of that, but a
like
lot of,
apple juice.
yeah, like apple juice and all that. I only drink 100% juices. Only drink I drink that's a little out of it is lemonade, and that's about it. Occasionally some high C, but I've been on my shit, working out and getting myself back right. So we here. And that's 4 weeks. My hair done grew a little bit longer than 4 weeks. I'm just saying.
Nah, that is a fact. That is a fact. Definitely the growth.
Yeah, bro. Everything is about growth. Everything is about that right now. But we here. It's the
How the
best
grind
switch. You said what?
how the grind season TV how the grind season TV been running? What you got going on with that? What you
So
got going on?
because I took a month to myself. I've have interviews lined up. I just haven't executed them as of yet. But we have some artists in LA, some in the Bay. Actually, there's some artists that rap here in Vegas that I'm trying to get next to, and also
Oh,
Phoenix.
I don't know if you, King Yellow's in Vegas. That'd be a good interview.
Yeah, I'm trying to make some things move and shake, and then I'm doing some talks. Radio has always been one of my things, so I'm trying to get that up and moving. So just being real patient with that for the most part.
Yeah.
But we do have a studio that's gonna be coming in soon. Shout out to my boy K Fly, Room Service Radio. I'm still waiting on the contract to get. I don't know if they said like they've sent it, but I don't know if it's going to the right email. So we have to figure that out. Then we will have the contracts in, and then boom, we will have a home studio for the Best Swoop Show, Grind Season TV, and the Jungle Report in Las Vegas. So when y'all out here, it ain't nothing. We just gonna shoot out that mug. You feel me? Shout out to the whole production staff and the whole crew over there at Room Service Radio. Shout out to all y'all.
Shout out to them. Appreciate them for the opportunity. It's all
Absolutely,
about elevation.
absolutely. It's all about growth and elevation, motivation. That's it.
Mhm. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a long 4 weeks. A lot of shit done happened. So we're not gonna cover everything, but we're gonna try to cover some of it, bro. Where you want to start at? Cause I get we got a bunch of stuff we was talking about covering for the last 4 weeks. A lot of shit that happened. A lot of people that happened. People that got locked up. People that been in drama. We see people going on Instagram Live. We see people getting signed. Like, what you want to talk about?
Damn. Cause
We can
I've
talk
been
basketball.
I've been away from stuff. Summer League 2 was out here. I was trying to catch the game yesterday, but I couldn't go. Shout out to Q Rose, he's playing with the Knicks. Shout out to Isaiah Stewart, I think he was playing in the Summer League.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Oh,
Janathan. Can't
he
forget
played for
Janathan.
Utah. Don't forget about Anthony Lane. He was playing for Houston.
Janathan played for Utah. I thought he was playing for the Lakers.
Nah, Nathan got picked up by the
Oh, he had a
Jazz.
he had a workout with the Lakers, but he got picked up by the
Yeah,
Jazz. That makes sense.
yeah.
I confused it. Um,
I feel like
let's
somebody
start off
else
with
is playing.
basketball. Let's start off with the Drew League. Did you see DeMar DeRozan and LeBron go for like 70 points combined in the Drew League this weekend?
That's the biggest what if. Like, what if DeMar Rosen went to LA? That's the
Bro,
biggest what
that's the,
if.
that's the thing that watching that and just watching how well they play because DeMar DeRozan is one of the midi guards. He don't operate
What?
in the same space that LeBron needs to operate in, which no disrespect, and I like Russ, but that's the problem with Russell Westbrook. He operates in that space where LeBron is needed. So I don't really know.
I
It's
know.
just crazy to see because we can see how effective DeMar DeRozan is and how he could be a leader of that second unit when LeBron go to the bench or Anthony Davis and LeBron go to the bench. You could have DeRozan out there doing this thing. and have and not saying Russ is not a real point guard, but a pass first point guard in that second unit.
I always say once you get like 3 point line, beyond the 3 point line, Curry's the best player. But mid range, once you get beyond that 3 point line, inside the 3 point line, I don't think no player is dominant as DeMar DeRozan as far as footwork, ability to get to the basket, the ability to finish with power. Just he's the most dominant guard at this time right now in my eyes because he can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants.
And he's skilled and he's strong and he's still athletic enough to finish around the rim.
One of the best mid-range shooters, bro. We have.
One of the best. Only person on par with him is Kawhi Leonard, honestly.
I don't think Kawhi is a great player.
Nah, you gotta give Kawhi that. We gotta give Kawhi that.
Kawhi's a great player, but I don't see him as dangerous as I see DeMar DeRozan as far as
In the mid range, do we gotta go back to what he did to your Toronto Raptors? I mean, with your Toronto Raptors, not to what he did to your boy Joel Embiid in him. I'm just saying, midi guard, man. He's a midi guard too. But you know what it is? The midi, before you go, the midi guards, a lot of them, for real, they come from that Southern California area. Because think about it, DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi both from Southern Cal.
I forgot what. I don't even know Kawhi's background for. I just know he's a great basketball player.
He's from Cal. He's from LA.
And I think I do remember because they said his dad died and he had like a him and his dad used to watch cars together. I do remember that low key. But talk about the Drew League. LeBron in the 1 for 47. I think they said DeMar DeRozan had 29 points, bro.
Yeah, LeBron went for 40. He was out there trying to shoot a lot of threes. He would have had more. He's 2 for 13.
Yeah, that's what Stxpidmane said.
I'm dead. I watched it. I watched it before they put the Baller's Life mixtape out. There was somebody that put up clips that they was recording from outside. LeBron shot a lot of threes during that, but he didn't shoot as efficiently. But he's getting that turnaround J pretty well. So, you know that little.
What LeBron played with is about trying new shit out, playing against competition, even though they're not on your level, but just trying shit out in the game setting.
That turnaround J is gonna be one of his favorite moves. It's not as pretty as Kobe's or Michael's, but it's effective.
Right. I feel like more players should do that. Like, you know, they play against players that don't know your game. Go out and play in the Drew League. They do that.
They do.
With the runs, but I'd rather see it
but a lot of them do. Like Jamal Crawford always played in the Drew League.
That's a fact.
Guys like that always play.
2011, yeah, a lot of players are doing it.
Kevin Durant play. You know, Kevin Durant goes to play in those kind of leagues as well.
Yeah. Always more players would do that. Like I want to see. Sometimes you want to see like a.
I want to see Kyrie do it more often because that's his style of play. That's his style of play. It's a lot of one-on-one basketball isolation, and you getting yours. And I would love to see a team really put somebody, a guy that at best may be a G League or an overseas player in front of Kyrie and tell him to stop him one-on-one. I've seen it happen multiple times, but I just love to see it now at this point of his career where his skill is so much more refined than when he was younger.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a lot of NBA players should go there too because it helps build confidence. You gotta look how the one nigga was talking shit to DeMar DeRozan. Now you start to throw yourself.
Bro, look at how the nigga was talking. With 21 was talking to LeBron. Like LeBron wasn't cooking.
Yeah, he said he had 20 points. He said so. I think he made a stats like so. For every two LeBron had, I had 1 point. Watch him get some NBA looks or something like that.
He ain't gonna get no NBA looks, but he might get some overseas joints.
But
it makes you, and with that playing in that environment, it makes you more. It builds your, and you play in adversity because you seen when LeBron was dunking or when he was shooting the fadeaway, ain't no space there where because at the NBA games it's usually a little bit of a dip before you get to the seats. It's the floor is elevated. Nah, bro. Bleachers is right there. People sitting on that first row. You'll hear them in your ear telling you ain't shit. Like it's like a high school game.
Probably give him that vibe again. That's probably why DeMar DeRozan dominates so easy during the season. Because think about it, bro. He's playing summertime. He can talk shit.
And he had and I think the Drew League, what was the Drew League? Is it in LA or something like that?
Yes, in LA.
That's home for him. So people know him. You got guys out there that been playing against him since they was kids.
Right. Probably thinking they should be there, not him.
Exactly. So
That's why they play with their heart out. As long as players don't get injured, I don't think that's a bad thing.
and
West
shout
Coast
out
went out there.
what?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah.
Now I said and THT went out there only had 14 points.
Hey, it is what it is.
He playing his way out the league.
Nah, but what I was gonna say, and shout out to Rochester though, because cop, I guess State Trooper went viral for dunking at East. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
And shout out to the open runs that they having with Hoop and Motivate. Shout out to my niggas Ivy and Beazle. John Ivy, shout out to my guys John Ivy and to Brandon Carruthers, my guys. Feel me?
I think I seen a couple of videos about that type shit.
Yeah, they be having the open runs. It be looking dope, man.
Since we're on basketball, let's talk about this. There's a possibility that Kyrie Irving can end up in the Lakers jersey. How do you feel about that?
Not surprised, not angry. I think him and LeBron have gotten to a place where they realize how important they were to each other, and that they could have won more than probably him and Dwayne Wade, because Kyrie's a lot younger and a little bit better shape, because his game, I won't say better shape, Kyrie game doesn't rely on the same athleticism that Dwayne Wade's did. So when Dwayne Wade was starting to break down with his body because of the way he played, it won't affect Kyrie in the same way.
Right.
That's I'm not saying that Kyrie's better than Wade. I'm just saying like that difference.
His ability, like the way D-Wade play off of being young and athletic. You feel me? Young legs. You get older and shit, you don't got them young legs no more. The game changes. You're not as fast as you used to be. Younger players coming in, they faster than you. You can't get up every day. You're getting injured.
Mm-hmm.
But now let me ask you this: do you think it happens? Do you think they make that trade? They go to LA, and do you think KD comes with him?
No, because to get Kevin Durant, you're gonna have to give up that whole team, outside of anything other than Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Everybody else is.
Now, that would have to be that would have to be the trade though. The trade was supposed to be.
Then who your bench gonna be?
That we was gonna have to find out after the trade happens.
I mean, you could give up AD too and have LeBron.
That's what we was gonna do. That's what we share Westbrook and AD.
But it's still not equal value, because people think that Kyrie's value is higher than Westbrook's right now.
But then you gotta look at it. They don't even want to be there. So it's like.
But it's about Brooklyn. But Brooklyn still has that on their salary cap. Feel me? So it's like, yeah, we could trade them, but we have dead money because of them. So we're not just giving them up with ease. It becomes a game like it's a lot of GM games at this point in time. Back office games than anything.
Yeah, they had a couple offers that were thrown out. Let me see. I seen a screenshot, a couple offers that the Lakers and and the Nets both flirted with. Let me see if I can find it.
We gonna keep this to an hour. We gonna break that down at another time, bro. Because I feel like if we start talking basketball, we gonna be here forever. And you know how we get, especially when we start getting to the GM stuff, and we don't want to lose the listeners, because I know all of y'all don't give a damn about basketball, and it's okay. It is okay.
What you want to talk about next? We can say
let's go. Yeah, let's go with the Bills and Perco joint, because I'm still not understanding what's going on there. I know Bill just did an interview with C Media. Shout out to her. She's doing her thing. I know Perco.
Oh, yo, I'm gonna tell you something off the air. Yeah. Remind me about C Media when we got off the air, because me and her had a conversation, and I called you about that. I'm gonna talk about it off the air. But let me get a little breakdown of the Perco and Bill situation. At one point in time, Bills and Perco were cool. Where the situation is, as life goes on, people tend to separate. That's life. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I guess it was Perco kind of giving Bills a distance. You feel me? So and Bill didn't really know what was going on. He just kept hearing through the grapevines that Perco don't really fuck with him type shit. But nothing was ever made a big deal out. Nobody even said nothing. So I don't know what the conversation was. I guess Bill went live one day saying he felt like Wink is the best rapper in Rochester, New York, which is entitled to his opinion. There's nothing wrong with that.
Shout out to Wink, free Wink.
Yeah, then you know, if you give an opinion, people are gonna have their own opinion, which you have to respect. So Bill went live saying Wink is the best rapper. If the politics wasn't there, Wink would be pushed more. They feel like nah, Dean's the best rapper. Then people saying Cheese is the best rapper. Then Lil Perco's the best rapper. Then Lil West. And then Lil Flair and all Major League Polo. It's like that. So I guess Bills went live after he was having a little back and forth from niggas saying like Wicked being the best rapper or something like that. So when he went live, they asked Bills what his top five was. He said niggas like Wink, Beanie, and then he was saying then the conversation turned to a lot of rappers don't got a lot of hits. So Bill's point of view is that he said Mary Kate Ashley's a hit, a hit. Drip Check is a hit, and Hour by Hour is a hit. You know, and Galusha, I don't think he put Hour by Hour in there. It was the 3 hits. But then people were like, nah, Lil Perco get back. People talk about Fetty Gang, I'm so with it. People sing all types of songs. And Bills, again, he's entitled to the point on opinion. He didn't beat those hits. So if Lil Perco joins the live, not physically joins the live, but like as far as like you start watching the live, and again, Lil Perco is one of the best rappers in Rochester. And he feels like
most active as well.
Yeah, most active too. He feel like Get Back as a hit. He felt like, because him and Bills was cool at one point in time, he felt like since it was like a little tension type shit, not even a tension, that he just could feel like he just stopped Bills' hand on him. Which I don't think Bills was saying out there, I just think he was saying his opinion type shit. So he commented something like, stop dick riding little bro or something like that in that word. It wasn't necessarily that word, but something with dick game and stop dick riding or something like that. Then Bill goes, here this nigga say stop dick riding. I don't know why we don't fuck with each other. He don't fuck with me, he just cut me off. And all because I say he's not one of the top. Again, now this is a live with like over 200 people. Everybody gonna comment. Bills and Perco one of the biggest like public figures in Rochester, New York. So everybody make a big ass deal. What's going on with Bills and Perco? So even after the live, people were questioning what's going on. Honestly, I thought it was dead. I didn't hear none of them say nothing about it. Like after, then you gotta think about it. You can't troll with Bills, bro. Bills is not gonna let shit go. Like any little situation, Bills gonna troll. So next thing you know, Bills posted a picture with an outfit that was similar to one of the pictures that Perco took in New York City. I don't know if you ever seen a Perco picture with the hat and the chain and the I forgot the black I think it's a bubble coat if I'm not mistaken. The black bubble coat. He leaves dressed up like Jack like him like a copycat of him. And then everybody, what the fuck going on? What the fuck going on? Next you know, Bill got a diss song.
I mean, I look at it like this, right? Niggas arguing about hits in the city, but if you go 30 minutes in either direction, these songs niggas is arguing about, motherfuckers don't know. So is it really a hit for real?
That's the conversation we have. What is Rasta hit? Cause I ain't gonna lie, Bill's my man. I told him 20 Bank Fisher, Durango. You remember it was Open Durango that came out 2017. I thought those was hits. He's like, nah, they ain't really hits. He's entitled to his opinion. Everybody feel like different. Like I don't know. Everybody feel like different things, different hits. Like people could say Drip Check is a hit. Then you ask some niggas on the west side, they would say that's not a hit. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
But a hit, and this is what I tell niggas, right? Mm-hmm. A hit is this like the definite. What is a hit record? If we can't pull that shit up on Billboard, whatever, or if fuck Billboard, right? Not fuck Billboard. I love y'all, Billboard. Don't hate me. Not just Billboard, right? But Billboard, or if you go a hit like a Back from the Dead mixtape by Chief Keef. Everywhere I go, if I'm hearing songs off of here, that's a hit. It shapes the culture. Because if remember Dat Piff, you might have been younger at this time. You might have been just getting into high school.
You know, I had Android phone. Everybody had an Android phone.
So with Dat Piff, right? Dat Piff. If we go off of the Back for the Dead mixtape by Chief Keef, we go for Kush and Orange Juice by Wiz Khalifa.
Throw Gucci Mane in there too.
Yeah, we could throw Gucci Mane. I could keep going. We could go to the Dream Chasers joint with Meek Mill. These are not albums. These are mixtapes. But you know what the thing is that quantify them as hits? When you go into that Piff to this day, it shows it's the most streamed shits, like projects. That was how we define hits back, even when streaming started becoming a thing. So now you're talking about, well, I got 100,000 views, but nigga, it's a bunch of niggas with 100,000 views now. That's not impressive no more.
Yeah, cause in 2017, and no shade to nobody. about it. In 2013, 100,000 views was a lot to niggas because like we never seen that shit last year. Like one person that was doing 100,000 views was probably like
38 special shit.
Like you feel me? Like before that, like
Etho and niggas like that.
100,000. Like yeah, those type of niggas. But like as far as like my age bracket, because this is more so like on some 2025 type shit. Like,
And it's literally niggas just coming up with their own shit. Like, so 100,000 views with no money behind it was crazy.
Yeah, crazy. So like, think about it. When the Slapshot was doing this in 2013, it was like, oh my god, you need to do 100,000 views. You feel me? Now it's the point where I can do like 10 rappers in New York that got 100,000 views. You feel me? 125. You can go Sinatras. You can go Wink. You can go Perco. You can go Dean. You could go Rich.
It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them. LaFleur is another one in there. Chizzy's, well, Chizzy's a little bit older. By the time he's under 25.
Chizzy under 20. Chizzy under 20. I think under 25 bracket, or he's 25.
Back then he was.
Yeah, he in the Wink in them category. Like, you feel me? They all did 100K. Like, all them. That's what I'm saying. So we were basically like, Bill was basically saying the 100K is not no like a hit no more because we all sustained that shit at one point. A lot of people got 100K, but certain people like 100K is a lot. Like a lot.
100K, but and it's the problem. Niggas want to argue about what's a hit in they town, bro. Real shit. And I fuck with Perco. I fuck with his team, his pop. Like I fuck with him. I fuck with Bills. Like I fuck with Bills people and all that too. So I have no side in this. Perco, you touch Summer Jam stage, bro. Like, this is keeping it all the way 1,000. You touch Summer Jam stage. The fuck you arguing about a hit in your city when you one of the most active niggas? If niggas don't think you got a hit, so what? Kill him with success. Same thing with Bills. Kill him with, because he's been killing them with success.
Yeah, and that's all. It's so Perco. Like sometimes you don't gotta respond to everything, bro. The moment you respond, you give in. And people are going to speak. You feel me? And I like this, and Perco, my man. And I'm not saying this a down talk or nothing. I think that's the one thing you gotta work on. Everything's not gonna be positive. Everybody's not always gonna be inside. And I'm not even gonna say Bill's a team, but like everybody's not always gonna say, oh, Perco's the. When you get to a certain point in life, Joe Budden gonna tell you your music is ass. What you gonna do? Get mad? That's part of the game. That's basically what I'm trying to tell them. Like, bro, you can't get mad at everybody's opinion, especially they.
Bro, some niggas think some niggas think we the worst. We're the worst. Some niggas think that I'm terrible at media. Some niggas think that best you not qualified enough to talk about this hip hop shit. They think a lot of things. Fucking my personal life gets judged all the time. Your personal life gets judged. Our credentials get judged. And at the end of the day, bro,
people gotta speak. That's part.
People going. Go ahead.
No, I said, and that's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Put it in the music, bro. Like literally, I told Perco, like, yo. You feel some way what Bill said, put it in the music, and not everybody wants to know what you think about what Bill said, bro.
Because it
is like it just look corny, like
and it look. Go ahead. I was gonna say before you go there, this example is one thing. The difference between why me and Best could talk shit when we want to talk shit is because we talk. We don't make music. It's different. So if somebody's saying something about us, and we choose to acknowledge those things, we have a right to do them because we are public figures. We spoken about on public forums, but we don't make music. So the only power that we do have is this platform. Y'all have y'all make music. It's different.
Right. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You remember when Meek Mill and Drake was beefing, bro?
Yeah.
Meek Mill was trying to be, oh, I'm such a real nigga. I'm
Twitter fingers.
Nigga. And I fuck with me. You feel me? And I fuck with me.
I'm Twitter fingers sometimes too, so I can't judge him.
Yeah. Now for me, what Meek was supposed to do when Drake did that first song, go to the studio. Y'all rappers keeping the rap. So this is what I would do if I was Perco. Build hopped into your lane on some rapper shit. Throw him back with some comedian shit, bro.
Nah.
All right, maybe not.
Go back. Do
some rap shit, bro.
Yeah, do some rap. You don't even have to make. He don't even have to make a whole song about him, bro. You can hit him. You could. Go ahead.
Yeah, you could say like a little line about him type shit. Cause then now people are like, okay, controversy sells. I don't know if niggas don't know this, but controversy sells. And people hear you say, oh, Perco said this about Bills. You know where it's gonna go? Yo, you heard Perco new song. You heard Perco new song. You don't even got to promote that shit no more, bro. Cause everybody that shit gonna promote itself. Literally.
Exactly. All you gotta say one. You don't even gotta make a whole joint. You say one line.
One line. But look at like this. I mean not young boy. Look at Dirk 6ix9ine, bro. 6ix9ine was trolling Dirk all this time. Blah blah. Dirk
Please do not play that little boy in the club because we do not listen to rats. That's it.
Dirk gets on a song with Drake, right? And said, please do not play that little boy in the club because we do not listen to rap. Now, mind you, that song is a great song, but what everybody talk about in that song?
That one line.
That one line. And you see how everybody hates 6ix9ine. Lil Drake used that shit as a marketing scheme to get his streams up. Because the first thing you hear is, you heard what Drake just said about 6ix9ine? You heard what Drake about? Now you get them talking. Now Drake got to promote that song and promote it himself. Now that's one of Drake's #1 songs. He was with Doug. Hey, remember when Doug died? You know what the first thing Dirk did? You know what the first thing Dirk did? He didn't go live, he ain't shit. He just called shit back. That shit is probably one of the top songs.
Because he know ain't Dirk too for this smart enough to know. He can't out-X now.
Yeah.
Because this thing is the trolling game. Being the real nigga, it's not when you the trolling.
Right. The fans
want to see the troll. So you out here, I'm not hurt. It's not gonna lose some drink as a person.
And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Perco so far. I can push back. In my opinion. It's all about how
so what?
Always see the good. No, we always see the, like the other side of make music, but how do you do it? How do you go? How you base that? Like, this style.
My thing is this. I don't be on the other side because it's a long game. What benefit does he have for going at bills? Because does it make it not because this is doing too, but does it put him on the greater, push him in the greater direction other than him going back home? Because people now, like if it was make YouTube pages, how you got YouTube page, everything shit down, Perco and bills has got issues, boom, 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 and that shit on 200 views, people actually invested. They be on shit on some resolution because some real business and the home ass do that's not gonna let let's get up out of in and boom, they'll edit it, but then it put them both in situations. But if it's not gonna do, and it's just we issues in the town, and it's gonna people's livelihoods that shit worth that because not you know. But that's the thing. It's not about them and not each other. And for example, let's take my it's not personal. Me personally, I've been to this when I lost it. They said about me, they felt the way about me. And little did they know because they thought I'm from there, but there was people that was up there with me. I have to be no. I like because sometimes it's not you that want to be doing some shit. You might be in your man and he like yo, I handled that because boom boom. I've been that guy when I was younger. My man, my big homie over us had issues. My man's close friend problem somebody, and we in the spot, and I seen it and I smacked it up. But my man, I seen son, that was so crazy. I seen that go, and they look at bro, what the fuck you did that for?
Right.
Because I didn't know what the fuck if they had a conversation. I just know it was no time I went to go now and made the situation worse.
Right. Yeah, I see from that standpoint. But I don't like. I guess it's legal line. I guess it's. I think because it's not that deep, bro.
Man, they need to do because Bill doing interviews sometimes too. They need the John Soul and Isaiah Thomas interview. Them two come together, someone will be checking on just talk and they get heated, but don't y'all swing at each other on camera, none of that shit. Yeah, boom, boom, yeah, and support both of them. And they don't have to be on their board. They may just destroy you. Facts.
I heard a little bit. I think the way down because he did fine, but I guess bro, so much. He people just like
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look positive.
Keep it Glorilla. Come on, too. Shout out Glorilla and Gloss getting signed. Who's supposed to that? She's Glorilla.
Did you see the girl that got signed by QC the other day?
Nah, I haven't. Bro, keep 100 with you. All I've been doing. Hold on, I'm gonna do what I do. I've been actually taking time to myself, changing. I've been reading this book by Elvis Duran from Z1. Yeah. Yeah, it's called What Do I Get? Stories I sort of remember from life, let it all out. I know it's part of the LGBTQ community and stuff like that, but a lot is talking about how he got to where he became in radio. His yeah. I mean, I'm not proud of his work, like the shit that he worked on, like that. I'm not saying that it was that, but the quality that it brings from our gender was very diverse. Some of the LGBT and the HBME. After I finished, I'm going to read this book called Old School Light in the Same Lane by Bill O'Reilly. I think Bill Jackson was 12, and I try to read 10 pages a day at least, but I've been reading at least. I've been doing worse filming. I'm both work fun pass. I really ain't been on it. I've been doing that, eating better, drinking water, changing what I eat, and focus on what my holistic being. You feel me? The energy, just like that.
Recently, I don't know if you've seen
Facts. It's fit for her too. I wake up with her and YouTube again, bad go for her or TG. And they just drop product. That's hard.
I got the banner from Lil Pop to Mob, to Money Bag, SB, Top Boy, Big Bookie. There's so many niggas missing, but they got best on the anyways. Brother Hunter was somebody last week, and her friend on the deal with Perco. This yesterday, matter of fact. To me, I just started this weekend. DJ, I don't know where from Houston. He went to UK.
Yeah.
He did and he put like 5 girls together. It was Gorilla, K Corbin, Alexa. I think I'm not saying. Actually, Gorilla, K Corbin, Alexa, and something Slime on And I want to start from the top of anything like that. I'm still just coming out. But he had to do something. It would be going on to get like 10 bits like all on check. But now I feel like I also was able to discover because you know, it's Hunter and when people look at really from they can't go stuff. And like, oh, he not only the girl that's in the song, also getting the song now. So that's why I knew you were the team. I thought that was the most right thing in the world. Like I love that shit, bro. They don't go. Some of them going to use
Look what no now. Like don't get wrong. Definitely putting a lot of. It's like money on shit, bro. Like, don't let this shit fool you out. There's money behind. I'm saying it's to a label. Somebody put it together because they realize potential shit. That's saying.
When you look at the videos, like 9 years old, you mean like been like they best friends, they are best friends.
Yeah, and somebody put together. He seen the percentage that shit and was able to package. Shout out to the person that was actually. Shout out to kid for putting them together. Shout out to them for work ethic and stick with it. And it's just all consistency. The more you roll with, the better thing come out in you. It's like that's how it look. I mean, look at crew. Look at era. It was Joe Baddest. Look at A$AP Mob. It was A$AP Rocky. I mean, him was mine. But Blue Rock who gravitated towards Rock. Look at Lots. Lots blew up. A lot of people gravitated towards it. I could go forever and ever about people.
That's what I feel that form because if you look back, I could go to the like I post my page, I got to keep some shit. You know, there was literally big like to that group of the 5. So I was not the 5. It was all the 5. They were like the level. Good grew up working on all this, and that's how it worked. Now grew up. It's like who's gonna figure out? Go check her hell up. And trying to put on people say, I don't know people. Y'all can block your own, but you don't know what that person do. Know that person is gonna win directly or indirectly. Shout out to Ballout, shout out to shout out to Kid, shout out to Kid, shout out to shout out to I don't know his name, but shout out to all your females, bro. When y'all practice, like most females don't know how to work together. They practice side when they was broke, they didn't know they were control, bro, and they did something that I can't do.
Exactly. And things people understand, right? Because I know they trying to get called like hotel or whatever out there, I'm joking with you. But listen, bro, if you go to 20 cities and collect anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a show, and you ain't on Billboard, you're not signed to the label right now, ain't fucking what you could get a check for dudes, nigga, you made it, you a dream. For real, even if we never know that we're boom, but we get invited to some of these festivals and anything to a 5 rest of people, and we only get that 1 time a year. We need it. We doing something of importance. We know what we do. I won't say, but if we doing like 10 times a year, it's crazy. But 2 plus a year is crazy.
I think a lot of rappers, you want to be a rapper, you get paid to get future money, show me all that shit.
Exactly.
Now, like the bro, I bet you people paying for the street to get feeling, get to go up, just for the exposure. They don't want to, they just take advantage of their opportunity. And I like how they don't put this shit in the round. That's complaining like they look just didn't know. They are friends. I think they are friends. They happy for her.
Listen, man, and this thing too. All from the sound, people getting staff rappers, but all jobs in the industry. And that's part to go a lot of y'all head. Y'all was 20 niggas think 20 y'all rapper.
Like I've been looking for her.
Bro, I'm saying somebody got to be the road manager, somebody got to be the manager, road manager, DJ, the equipment person, somebody hit somebody got to do the equipment, somebody got to make sure that the content is posted today, and that's the only person running your social media. Somebody that just got to go with the shorties, that make sure they sign NDA, sure safe that they enter the room, or if you want to do however you try to get these people here with their own support, boom, they got signed these type of things. It's a lot of things for fuck. They say artist, fuck this part, that's what I love hip hop. A musical artist is a big company. You can take so much fucks to make that market successful. It's a lot of money. Don't say that. Somebody that got 8 people doors up. Somebody got run a marketing. Somebody that PR. You got PR. It's shit on bullshit. Have that bullshit. You got somebody that broke relationships. Everybody can have keep your friend might be going to this when you have and they run to Kevin Lyles. Now the relationship Kevin Lyles for you, but you that middle person because you introduce your friend to Kevin Lyles. Now when they get a contract, they hitting you roll for 10% for making it. They gonna think you your fuck mind, bro. It's business. This ain't shit. Even if it's business. If somebody says, they gotta pay you. Gotta pay you. Gotta find you. And if they don't pay you, it'll come back on the wrong way. You just want to pay you.
And think that I know you were you know you got it right.
Yeah, it bro's down.
But I think it's big. School. I don't know if he would. He's the biggest school. But for social media, I'm so big. It just book. It kind of so he'll have go from the like the city.
Yeah.
People learn nothing like I just don't know.
That's crazy. It's a crazy. And going through in the check where I'm like, hey, brother, they will still check their track record. They find you gotta have somebody. A lot of artists they want to do art, but if you know a lot of artists try levels and do other shit, you need somebody out there. You can sell talent and make music. That's why people don't like artists. That's what I'm because you got this art. He perfect picture. Look at his line of how he gives them. You see his videos. You see him 42 videos. You see him when they go and Monty. What?
Where anyone money back to he'll bottle shit. I'm happy. Even artists play on the best deals they out there. That's really I can buy something with CMG, bro.
I don't know. I'll say this. I'll never play who with because the day you be conscious with the artist and which song. I love that you see the money, but the understand comes with it. I've been going on close like I really was and I just took a class. He told me like this shit that's going on, but he then now I get to see a rapper like I was young boy. Why you signing? What the fuck would do for you? Also, it be the case out him. Boom. To that. When signing a young boy, the problem with that I have people keep looking at the face, but you know the faces always change. The motherfuckers in the back room don't. If you go to any from 1997, any rappers in 2022, no names Content, Lil Cody, L.A. Kevin Lyles, KD, Dree, like these names are these rappers that know you want to drink. We talk same people that in the room that NBA young niggas be talking about because they change everybody shit going. The rappers go shit because people out to be young person's sport. I don't listen to 40 rappers. You're complaining about 40 rappers, but Pop is Brown, so 70s. So of course, it's gonna be rappers that's 4 years old because they ain't 4 years old.
That's the fact. Everybody's gonna be rappers. You see the rappers come out with like this, the Pop got some young but like old ass rappers. Like the hero Pop.
In reality, Lil Durk's an old ass rapper. In my old sense,
That's right.
like he been in the game. He been in the game for a minute. He's an old ass rap. So old ass rap. If he been 100, he been getting one fucking time. He don't get that part. But moving right on, man. Shout out to Glow. Shout out to Glow. Shout out to all them fine, being persistent, and actually applying pressure. When they got one. They got one, and you can get all the people to make the money, change dollars, and it's about them things. So being able to buy this motherfucking money, be able to my situation every day, that's how we read who had it going on.
So, which number? That's really keep it up. Okay.
It was safe. I was federal. Like,
Like,
over 90%. Shout out to him. Everybody was trying to use was sick, and because it didn't feel they said they would be consensual, but he beat that message. And young boy, I say this right now, so after you this on go on, bro. It seems like something like that. You put on time, you realize enjoy it. English, you pay your kids, man, go enjoy it. What's time? If I was shit, you said, what? You sound like you want to fucking death or you want to fucking cave. I'm not saying this is happening. I'm saying it's gonna start. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, remember, no, what's going on? And then can be someone that's and then some rock try to work with and was each other and the business could have never fuck, bro. People are crazy. People say why? Don't know why. But mind this, you're on the line now. We wish we don't Kyle. It might not be that show. You fucking try to just check here and then quote them. Check get trying, bro. And a lot of niggas don't do it. They do it a lot.
You know what? Think one guy thinks this right, and he come out California right now. He's again whooping school. That's the some niggas and trying game, but not being about the top. And you see now, it's like heavy. Well, I'm from King. You probably would go in there all even want to take that back.
And that's what I told him, bro. Because like we walked with the wrong direction, right? Talk about how she talking to oh, what's wrong with high school? Like these niggas, bro, I was in high school in 2009, bro, 2008, bro, 12 years old. That's when I was friend 12 years ago. When a lot of this started happening. I didn't know how to eat. So 12 years ago, these kids, my brother, to be and they be over shit had nothing to do with me. I was no bitch my that had nothing to do with me. Is I'm from me. And you got it like you like yo. Now I'm about to send this over. So fuck me, nigga business rate. Or the no nigga's a girl. I was saying these niggas young. It was a girl. These niggas be what fuck 2 minutes now. But so many niggas done died behind a little shorty that you nigga got mad. She was 16 and she was choosy. And nigga, he was like 16. He even know what this girl is at no more.
Some of these little niggas don't even the girl don't know. They wasn't alive in this character, bro.
Man, that's what it should be safe because it's like, and people like why you say some things like I'm because I knew like deep down when I was on my bullshit, I knew I was not gonna think that I know I probably do something to me. It's gonna be one of them niggas ones that they know I know I've never seen before. Like bro, on my I never hit, I was 10 years old. Just got out of 7 school, boom, boom, and I see to my bus, I'm fuck with. I try to they don't spit that nigga concrete shit. Bugged out shit. They'll be on the corner and I see him, I'm like, well, bitch. And then what happens, nigga walk down the block, it's like 12 of these niggas. His eyes light up. He like, oh, you a bust. I don't know none of these niggas. I don't know venom. These niggas shakes the bro and I should be. I'm already bro. I'm like, they cussed. I'm like, well, bad. I stab my and all for one nigga I got this shit. My mom says supposed to have a job. We go to Six Flags. He very much to fade. So the whole time I told sister what it was. My mother was. They'll be ending on him, my nigga. I swear to God, I'm you talking to me. That's like oh, you don't have like that's serious ratio. When I became really cool with like, my supervisor, job boom, boom, and this one. You don't know, and it reason that even had shit because other niggas cool with Apple, and they stand up on the did call and they shit, and the niggas started rolling out left and right. Which that happened. That happened when niggas was in 7th grade. This was high school. Who's their life? Stupidity, bro. Stupidity at its finest. Shit, wow, man. Shit, wow.
That's just scary. Something political. If I look at the right, could be beefing or some shit like that. In 20 years, that'd be a killing on the match. Exactly. You don't know how to turn them.
And it's probably be crazy, bro. Like, and me, I'm a nigga that I'm gonna see that's like as much as I'm about, still have a sense of justice. Like, I'm gonna do something. Like, I'm not gonna pop on it as a pussy. That's pussy. Like, I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna fuck the tough nigga. Be the toughest nigga. We get down. Like, I'm not ducking that shit. So that escalated because somebody asked somebody say what's going on, boom, 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 and then come back, whatever the case may be. I don't go to school and get a job. I'm in school. I wasn't fake. Now I'm in school and humming. I'm in there shacking. They spit on niggas doing his or some stupid shit. And then it leads to niggas is in high school. Some soul Apple niggas trying to stab niggas.
already. So now ain't no thing, ain't no motion, ain't no
Anything,
gonna
niggas. That's why when niggas talking that on site and all this, like, bro, it was really that. I've seen what on site is like, nigga. If I see you, it's on. Like, ain't nothing, but it's already on. And the nigga that I said that was just to work for my mom, was my mom's supervisor and shit. I already didn't like the nigga because when my cousin, shout out to my cousin, his name is Bills is 20 as well. He's also sleep on respect. If you've seen that, shout out to my cousin Tim though. He was shaking with nigga, and the nigga tried to sneak in. So he thought I forgot his face, and I put two and two together. I'm like, I already want to whoop you for that, and I whoop you for that too. So it's already on site.
Right.
But I'm not gonna do it because my mom's job. But I never caught him that shit. He lucky. On my mom, he lucky.
Talk about niggas got me on business. Let's talk about getting Kodak Black. Kodak Black is victim arrested with 50,000 and forgot how much again. And Lil J was arrested in Chicago for gun charge.
Stupid shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm a Lil J and the gun charge makes sense because who he is. Kodak, I already tell you, Donald Trump is in the office. I don't think Joe Biden is a fan of you, so I don't know. Let's go, my nigga.
He out on bail right now. He's done up for 25K. But I ain't gonna lie, Kodak just got Kodak. Sometimes you, bro, it's like you get so many chances, you got the accountability, bro. Like, what am I doing wrong? Am I hanging on the right people? Ever since Kodak been out 2017, I don't think it's been a straight neck. I don't think there's been a time where he's been out of jail for 9 straight months where he ain't got into any trouble, bro. You got him in church sometimes. You got to move out of order, bro. Because it's not trouble keeps finding you, bro. Trouble keeps finding you, bro. Like
the most dangerous place to be as a rapper is in your hometown, bro.
Right.
And I know you love Miami, bro. Like, but my nigga, move somewhere else. Like, you don't gotta go hang out in where you from? Pompano. Cause I'm about to say Pembroke, but I wasn't so Pembroke. Pompano, he's Pompano Beach. You don't gotta be hanging there. You don't gotta keep coming around. Niggas know what your resume is. You did it, bro. You are a Grammy-nominated artist. Like, you win awards. You're a multi Billboard landing act. You have to do more than that. You have to push yourself, bro. Like, I'm not sure.
He did, bro. Enough is enough, bro. You gotta tell yourself, bro. I can't keep going back to jail, bro. Look at a nigga like TT, bro. He left Chicago. He hasn't looked back since, bro.
And that's what I'm saying.
He's the most priest ever. He don't got to do with no jail cases. Of course, he got niggas dying, and he preaches all the time, and he misses his homies and sometimes. But then you got to protect your people.
It's gonna be, and it's the thing that comes with coming in poverty. You get survivor's remorse from feeling like you're leaving people behind. But at the same time, do you want to put yourself at risk where it stops shit for everybody? Like
right.
King Von Peoples, they only got what they got out that 100,000, and now they back to doing what the fuck they got to do. Whatever Dirk, of course, do with it, and whatever try to get them right. But it's like, yo, like, that shit stopped everything. You going to jail stops everything because now all of the resources is working on to get you out. So you have to be accountable for the decisions that you make in your actions. And trust me, if anybody know about accountability and being sticking to the things that you do, I'm a person that get it. Best is a person that get it. I do shit that's not right sometimes too. And how I react is not always the best. But at the same time, I know I'm never going to do anything to put this podcast or any other podcast in jeopardy because of the decision I make, which is stupid. Like, it don't even be about shit, bro. Like, look at Jack Boy. Like, nigga talk this and that about Jack Boy, but Jack Boy on his shit, man.
He slowed down. He was gonna, like, at one point in time, him and Kodak hanging around each other all the time, and you see he slowed down. We ain't hear about Kodak. We ain't hear about Jack Boy getting trouble in a minute. Cause now he got purpose. He don't even go back to the hood. Sometimes you gotta cut the hood off. You don't gotta go back to the hood maybe once a year. If you want to hang with your niggas and you want to do certain stuff for your niggas, bring them to you. Make them elevate so they can get on your level. You stop going up to their level.
Exactly.
You see when Dirty goes to college, he go with security and everything. Most time he been in Atlanta, but when he bring his niggas around, they gotta come to his level. He not going to their level.
Exactly. It's like, bro, you have.
Okay, if I leave Chicago, so I can continue my artist, so I can continue my career as an artist, because you put your life at jeopardy every time you leave Chicago, bro. And you one of them niggas that like niggas will kill you to be cool with Lil Durk, bro. Like, y'all one of the most hated gangs in Chicago right now, bro. And then you got some of your niggas not even rocking with you at this point. You don't know who to trust. You don't, like, just move out of Chicago. Go to Indiana if you got to, bro. Go out somewhere else. That's what I say about Lil J. Because I hate that he did 7 years. And he unprotected his life. He get with a gun. He got to go right back. Who knows? He might be full-time again.
And then that's another charge if they do that, too. And then that's a whole other case. So it sucks. And it's like he's coming home to the same bag that a lot of these dudes are coming home to with some
Now
circus.
he came home to a little, yeah, not yeah, because he's like they kind of blackball him kind of.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
That's how it's Conway versus Funk Flex.
Hey man, Flex, I love you, Flex. Like pause. Like as a hip hop person, growing up in New York City, listening to you drop and Kalu and all of y'all drop bombs on the joint. Like I got mad love for y'all, my nigga. I love what y'all did for the culture. I'm a big fan. This shit between you and Griselda gotta stop. This shit between you and Flex gotta stop. Like I think there's other ways they do it. I think Flex is conversational as he is. He's a person that you talk to very directly, and he'll definitely sit down and have that conversation with you on the show. We know how 97 we do. Flex is not in charge of the music that is done there. There is a program director, which is Ebro, I believe is the program director over there, and the person above Ebro is the person that runs the show over there with the program director. He's a big ball named Spill. I've spoken to P.O. before. I actually got interviewed for him when I was interviewing for WBK. Shout out to them in Buffalo. P.O. and that team get a lot of this say what's going on. You know, radio has to deal with marketing dollars. So it's not really about advertising, I should say, advertise dollars. There's songs that have to play every hour on hour. And during prime time, it's about the hits, and it's not more so of these people on the station, these talents, really playing and picking and choosing their songs. Really just they being disc jockeys. They're playing what needs to be played, especially at night. You want to keep the radio going. A lot of the daytime shit is during the day, during the morning, in the afternoon. So I understand where their frustration is coming from as a person that's worked in radio, that has tried to do things a little different in radio. I've gotten in trouble for playing A-Boogie when I was supposed to be playing A-Boogie. I was supposed to be doing some other stuff. But it's you've been in the industry a while, you know how this shit go, bro. Like I'm not saying what you saying is wrong. I do feel like Flex could show them more love and be more supportive of what they're doing. And I try to talk down and saying, oh, you a 40-year-old bar rapper. That shit is trash. That's trash. But also I understand where Flex's audience is, and it comes from what people want, like the mainstream people want to hear. And yes, there's a lot of people that want Griselda, including myself, because you know I'm a Griselda fan. But you got the Young Town with the Young Bronx drill and this and that, and then you know you have a national syndicated show that has to play this. It puts things that are really weird situation, and they really focus more so on New York City because it's like the direct. That's what they really get to it. But we got to focus on New York as a whole. But 97 don't hit Buffalo. You feel me? So like they ain't like forgotten. We know what y'all do because when Peter Rosenberg get on the late night, they all do is play Griselda, Rome, Street Stove, Cooks, and all that shit. My kind of shit, but. We also have to remember that this is an audience for people at the ages, because we talking about as young as fucking 8 to 10 years old, as old as however fuck they are, 40 plus. So it's a lot.
It's a connect. They kind of keep up with what you guys on. Like I ain't gonna lie, I really want Buffalo. I interview like Lil Jon, K. Crystal, and OG Nike. And again, because they're doing their thing in Buffalo, like doing wrong, but the young niggas not listening to that shit, bro. They respect what they got going on. But the young niggas not listening to that. I'm not church was like last week too. I'm just he got cooked. Young niggas don't know if he got cooked. They know who 2 years, they know what 3 years, they know what 3 years. But sometimes you gotta think about.
I know what Chris is. I ain't gonna lie. I know people from the stuff guys, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's more connected to like what's going on. Like he's like the young niggas not listening to so God cooked. It's like young niggas not listening to they listen more of a little Perco type shit. You feel me? Exactly. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I said young niggas do listen to on the head. I ain't gonna lie. We do listen to.
No, they listen like so. This is the thing, right? Like especially how Hot 97 used to be. Like when I was growing up.
And target for your crowd.
In the daytime, they will play